Venezuela was once one of the richest nations in the world, a country powered by oil wealth, strong institutions, and enormous promise. Its collapse did not happen overnight. It unfolded slowly through the concentration of power, the weakening of democratic institutions, the silencing of opposition, and the manipulation of constitutions, all carried out under the banner of legality. Today, that experience serves as a warning far beyond Latin America, including parts of Africa and Uganda. President Yoweri Museveni has been in power since 1986. Over the years, constitutional safeguards were systematically removed, term limits were abolished, age limits were scrapped, elections continue to be held, but the political playing field is heavily tilted. Security forces play an outsized role in political life, while opposition leaders face repeated arrests and intimidation. This mirrors Venezuela's early descent, where democracy remained in name, but not in substance. Cameroon presents a similar pattern. President Paul Biya has ruled since 1982, presiding over one of Africa's longest-standing administrations. Political space has narrowed steadily, dissent is increasingly criminalized, and governance is highly centralized around the presidency. In Venezuela, the same conditions existed: prolonged leadership, institutional decay, and a system sustained by inertia rather than accountability. Equatorial Guinea offers a clearer parallel through resource politics. President Teodoro Obiang has been in power since 1979, overseeing an oil-rich nation where wealth is tightly controlled by a small elite. Elections exist, but lack credibility, and power is deeply personalized. Venezuela followed a comparable path, where oil revenues masked deep governance failures until economic reality could no longer be ignored. Eritrea represents an even starker warning. President Isaias Afwerki has ruled since independence in 1993 without holding national elections. There is no functioning constitution, no free press, and no political opposition. While Venezuela's institutions eroded gradually, Eritrea's were dismantled almost entirely, producing a closed and militarized state. In the Republic of Congo, President Denis Sassou Nguesso changed the constitution to extend his stay in power, continuing a role that dates back, in various forms, to 1979. The economy depends heavily on oil. While political authority is concentrated at the top, this combination of resource dependence and constitutional manipulation echoes the Venezuelan model of sustained authoritarianism. The lesson from Venezuela is not that collapse is inevitable, but that warning signs are often ignored. When courts lose independence, when constitutions are rewritten for personal survival, when opposition voices are silenced, and when resource wealth replaces accountability, nations drift, slowly but steadily, toward crisis. Africa's future does not have to mirror Venezuela's past, but history is clear. Democracy rarely collapses with a bang. More often, it fades quietly while the world watches and says nothing.